Now, hola, compadres. Cheers, and to another week well done, as it were. There will be intermittent roars and boos here in our Seattle-based shop because we are coming to you while also listening to the Mariners game as the Mariners try and blow a 2-0 lead in the ALCS. I mean, as they come back and win the next two games or something. So, you know. Let's see. We did some filming this week, Dylan and company. Oh, would have been nice if it was actually Pumpkin, because it was this time of year last year that Pumpkin was driving. Pumpkin is still not driving. We'll talk about Pumpkin here. I'll give you guys an update on Pumpkin. PDK controller woes. Luckily, there is an app for that, as they say. So this year, we used the 9923RS to go to the Pumpkin patch. Those of you that know how a 9923RS works will appreciate the irony in taking that car to the Pumpkin patch. But I don't want to give too much of it away. I've given much of it away already, but you all can wait for the video. I'm pretty sure we have a couple little snippets that we can share with all you folks. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Orest, I am remiss to send you a revised invoice for your 997 because I have no idea what it's going to cost for the pump and such. So I would say let's just settle up on what we've got, and we'll figure it out for the pump and the rest as we get there. It will be very reasonable as you know us to be. So take that as a verbal agreement. Orest was looking at a number of very keen and interesting things in a high temp composites seminar at Boeing, and he relayed some of those findings to us, which is great. So we got to learn some things. We got learnt on some things. It was interesting. Ceramic matrix composites and maybe graphite base is losing its compelling nature as the strand by which things are created around. But we'll have to see where things go. I'm sure the next thing will be ungodly expensive and difficult to use and require all kinds of tooling and whatnot. So, let's see. So Pumpkin, we have been trying to figure out why Pumpkin doesn't want to start. And because everything that we did on Pumpkin should have all worked right out of the box. Should have worked. You know, this is the last time Pumpkin was out in the world. Daniel was here from Australia, and he drove it like all day. No issues. We were waiting for a revision, kind of the more production-worthy CAN translator, so that we can have the 991.2 GT3 powertrain in the car and have it still communicate with the 997 chassis. And the chipset's great. Everything's working well in that sense of what the project is. But now we've got a PDK controller that does not want to communicate. So we believe we have it isolated to one event when we were updating another car with that PDK controller in it, just as a A to B test. We're trying to see, okay, the car is unhappy with this PDK controller. Let's put a known good one in it, which was the one from Pumpkin. And that seems to have made that PDK controller unhappy. So luckily there is a company, MBZ Tuning, something like that. Why something? I'll tell you who they are here in a second. I have them, and I have them saved as MBZ control units. And they can send us a married with our VIN number PDK control unit that we do not have to interface with the PWIZ to try and marry it to the car, which is a bit persnickety, ready to go. So we should have that next week. And if that plugs in and that helps to resolve some of the issues, maybe Pumpkin is running before Halloween. Maybe. It's been a goal of mine to have Pumpkin running before Halloween for like the last 5 years. So hopefully that is the case this year. And Daniel, if you're listening, you're welcome to come out and help make that another Halloween miracle just for me. I don't think Daniel's going to make it out this year, but we'll see. So that's the update on Pumpkin. We got some more mad scientist shit going on with the 991.1 GT3. More on that later. We've got here's one for you. Remember that time so many years ago on Renlist when Jamie said, I love this, when Jamie said, what would Jamie say? That's probably a bracelet that we should make and sell to people. Oh no, we would get in trouble because there's another J named guy that way more popular than me that says far more popular things than me. And it's got a whole following. Not to put myself anywhere remotely close to that. I'm really on fucking thin ice right now. How did I get here? When I said that the 991.1 GT3 RS will suffer from the same issues, I'm not sure why my hand is bouncing so much, but it's very happy about these things, will suffer from the same issues as the 991.1 GT3. And we got a call from, are we getting echo? Got a call from a gentleman that was using his beautiful ultraviolet 991.1 GT3 RS for autocross. We were building him a special kind of Zebulon Dundon Motorsports super aero kit. He was getting a dual element wing because he rarely goes over 80 miles an hour, so he could get lots of downforce. And he's getting our splitter. We got him uprights and all this stuff ready to go. And then Ryan called me a misfire on cylinder 6. I was like, oh, like the kind that happens when finger followers wear? I don't know what you're talking about. But Jacob did. Jacob's had this car for, so he had read up on it. And everybody says the 991.1 GT3 RS is immune to this. Oh, I think this is maybe the 10th or 11th car that I'm personally aware of that I've been contacted by owners that have had this issue. Sunset Porsche, who's in Beaverton, Oregon, so local to us because Jacob's in Eastern Washington. He's in the Tri-Cities, affectionately known as the Dry Shitties here, at least on the wet side of Washington State, the Seattle side. And they said, yeah, they've had 3 or 4 cars there, and one guy is already $20,000 deep into diagnosis on what's going on with the car. And I'm just like, this is why I've been saying if you have a 2014 to 2016 GT3 or GT3 RS, you must get the valve covers off and inspect your finger followers. If you have not, then you are likely going to end up in a situation where the car is out of warranty and you are now faced with a full engine rebuild because you have been circulating metal from the cam lobe all around your engine. As it wears the cam lobe down. You don't get a finger follower or a misfire code until that cam has worn down enough that the valve timing events are out of sync with the ignition cycle. Where valve is going up, fuel is maybe going in at the right, well, fuel will still be going in, but ignition is probably going to go and the valve's still going to be open because it's not, yeah, it wouldn't be closing, it'd be ground down, it wouldn't be closed. So anyway, there's that. So we're helping out Jacob with that. Another very interesting point, one of the local importers of engines into the United States from Europe and other places, they don't have any more DGG engines. They have a waiting list. I was like, well, you're welcome, because that means if you're considering doing this swap that we've been talking about, you might want to start like keeping your ear to the ground and finding engines that are available and investing in them and finding a place to park them. We've got a few here. I think a couple of them are in, I think we might have one outside of a car currently. I think everything else is installed in the car, at least installed in a car. So yeah. Still Soul Bourbon with Croatian vermouth and a little bit of grapefruit bitters for your Friday evening. What else is going on? We are doing there you go. Wait, that pumpkin is driving that K truck. That's crazy. You guys see that? Pumpkin's in the driver's seat. That's crazy. Oh, right. Right-hand drive. And the RS grew a wart with a fuzzy bubble. And it didn't fall off this time. That's good. What did we do to make it not fall off this time? We used the flatter spot of the bumper, not the curved spot of the bumper. Ah, good choice. Good choice. So, do we got a little snippet? We can just roll the same thing that you put on social media. Ah, we got some BTS. You guys are telling me I need to buy a minivan, huh?
Dundon ready for it. He's like, nah, I'm gonna wrap it with my branding, and then y'all can just use it whenever I'm not using it.
Insured by not us, doing Dundon activities, and if something were to happen, that gets messy. We don't like messy. Yeah. So it would actually be better if we did rent it from him. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I think talking to your buddy and be like, no, really, let me get you something, $20, $100, whatever, something, in some kind of contractual obligation. We're renting your car for this time, for these reasons, for business purposes. All done. Thank you. Have a good day. All done.
Yeah, it was perfect.
This looks like it's on the way to the Olalla Market. You can say I have biked down that road a number of times. Not that fast, though. We're coming up on it here on the left. There it is. Or right, I suppose. My left, your right. Seriously, right? You gotta keep your head on a swivel, Simon Youngman 4723. See what you can find out there. There are currently 2 on eBay. One is not with MB. MB always keeps one advertised, but yeah, AZ Cycle, DC recyclers. You just kind of gotta keep a little thing going on there. Jamie might have a couple in his back pocket, but Jamie's got a lot of projects that are getting close to needing engines. So Jamie might be keeping some of his engines for himself. Gimme, all mine. We do have one more that we're looking at. And Simon, you got boys wrecking cars all the time over there. Just keep your eyes out and make them good offers. They'll give it up. They'll give it up. I come exactly that direction. What you guys just did, right down that hill into this fun hill. It makes for a lovely downhill experience on my bike the whole way down to the market. Getting back out of the market is another question. I do not take that hill back out. I just keep going down Crescent. So, just another good climb. But I have not been on my bike much after I had my hand shenanigans, which is better. I go to the dock on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, for my 1-month checkup. It's been a month. So, still have a little bit of tingliness in my finger every now and then. It's a little weird. Like it's a little tingly now. Little, like, just not like it's completely asleep, like it's dead, but just a little bit. So, thank you all for asking. What are we looking at here? Oh, helicopter, cars and copters in LA. Yes. Audio issues? So, oh. Really?
I'm not saying anything.
What's the skinny with the audio issues? We got good kilobits? Is it just that my mic was pointed away from me because I'm wearing a dingle dangly sweater? Is that better? Do I need to switch to my puff? I can switch to the puff. 1 second.
Maybe it'll get better now that I'm not.
Probably. How about now? He's getting some buffering, but not intolerable. Okay. Well, I'm just going to stand here and hold a little puffy thing close to my lips. Yeah, nobody died, which is great, which is crazy. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this was the helicopter that was coming to land at a Cars and Coffee event. They're calling Cars and Copters, which I think Amy Shackelford was putting on down in LA. She's a local LA there looked like this guy came in for a landing and there was a big gust and he got pushed way up in the air and then something happened to his tail rotor and it popped off. So yeah, this is the video that's been on the Instagrams. He's coming in for a landing. Pretty cool. Uh-oh, big wind, and then something falls off, and then here comes a helicopter, which is horrifying. Yeah. So I'm glad everybody was safe. I'm glad everybody's okay. Landing helicopters at a Cars and Coffee right next to the beach sounds a little sketchy. So, auto rotation, absolutely. B Boston 155. Thank you. That is the name Bostrom. Not Boston. I got old man eyes. Sorry about that. I'm looking from far away. That is a name that I do not recognize. Welcome, my friend. At least on YouTube. If we know you, let us know we know you. I'd love to, like Larry Beck 1421. I know who that is. Taj Sport. I know who Simon DCM is. He had to sign out and sign in with his company account because got to represent. I hear there's an ugly Ferrari. You guys have pictures of this ugly Ferrari?
While we get pictures, do you want to tease the release date for the Halloween video?
Yeah, what's the release date?
Friday the 24th. Next week. Have it a week before Halloween.
I like it. Be next Friday for the release of the... right on, Rob S. The Halloween full video will be coming out very soon. Very soon. Next Friday we'll be dropping that. And one of these days when we stop asking Justin to do three people's jobs, he can finish the movie that we've been trying to get out for a minute. The Manti versus Dundon full episode. So he's been in the welding room helping Charles finish up some of the R&D kind of alpha development work on some changes that we made to the titanium mufflers, so we can make them, so we can get them done faster, make them continue to improve them, make them more robust. Typically this goes: Charles designs stuff, Charles welds the first couple, then Justin welds them, confirming Charles' development and order of operations, and then we Justin and Charles write up the procedure and we hand it off to production. Production begins running it. So that's the order. So Justin has spent a couple days this week finishing up Time Muffler. In fact, he was doing that up until about 5 minutes before live stream time today. We did interrupt him yesterday to go help Dylan film our Halloween special, which hopefully all of you guys like. Good night, Dylan. Have a good evening. What was that, Justin?
Say bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye. Saying bye-bye. See you on Monday. So yeah, that's about the haps going on here. Oh, there it is. Is this the new Testarossa?
C40.
Huh. It's not horrible. If they would have done it in black, it would probably be better. The glaring.
Yes.
Oh, I can do that. Thank you, Larry. That's not, from a shape standpoint, it looks good. It's just the contrast is weird. So yeah, it's just a 296 underneath, but with fancy bodywork. That sounds like a Ferrari thing to do. So that's normal. Make it super exclusive and difficult to get, and you gotta. Did you guys see that Ferrari changed their requirements for who gets exclusive cars as well? It's like you've got to what is it, like, have 20 million or 30 million that have gone through Ferrari dealerships in cars to even qualify to get to even qualify to buy the new specialty cars, which, I mean, that's cool. That's a good way to make sure that you have extra clout shown when you are a Ferrari guy. Mm-hmm. I agree. They all look. Fox 1111. What's up, Fox? I don't disagree. The older, maybe I'm getting old. No, we have Ferrari at home vibes. That's some 80s and 90s kid shit. No, we have hot dogs at home. You're not getting a hot dog at Costco, boy. Let's go home. We got hot dogs at home. You don't need that shit. We do have some new merch dropping. Alex, our marketer, interfaced with Kirk, our super mega talented creative arts grad and all around fun guy. And so we've got some new tries at some new t-shirts for the holiday season. Negative lift equals faster lap times written as a formula. Give me a plus or minus. Give me some comments. Give me a go no go on this. We got resonance tuned with a slightly musical theme. Resonance tuning is what we do for our intakes and our exhausts. Equal length is a myth. Just leave that. Anybody has questions about that, leave it in the comments. Nitro funny car. Then it's not, but you know. Sounds so good. Decibels greater than wheel horsepower. Or decibels lead to wheel horsepower. Not sure what the intention was there, but you know. Let the choir sing. What does it say on the front? I can't read it. I don't remember. Dundon Choir something. Exhaust Choir. Dundon Exhaust Choir member. Let the exhaust sing, baby. There you go. And then 1,500 pounds of downforce at 160. And a picture of a lab rat with that air flowing. So pick them up on our apparel website if you're interested.
Or prepare yourself. Black Friday is coming. It's coming not too long from now. So, and those of you who want to buy stuff now, don't worry. Ted and I are always amenable to making you special pre-Black Friday deals. The deals are happening. The deals are, whew, pencils are flying. They got smoke. Oh, also I learned something fun today. We sold a power package and an intake kit to a 992 Cup owner at Goldcrest Motorsports. His name was Craig. Has the coolest Scottish accent. He sounds amazing. And I'm gonna butcher a Scottish accent and make it sound Indian and Australian and all of the accents I have all at the same time. So I'm gonna stop. He's just I get a big smile on my face every time I talk to him because he's just great fun to talk to. But he, a gentleman out of Florida, had the 992 Cup, did. Nice. If you disappear one of those 4 liters, there's a mint set of 9. Now he wants something for him, Ted. What's up with that? Seems your arrangement has changed. So Craig was the one that had Goldcrest put some of our Go Fast parts on his 992 Cup, and we never really heard much from it because I was asking Bob, hey, put these on, try this, let us know if this works, because we hadn't seen a 992 Cup, nor did we know if the intake was going to work on the car, if it was going to be bitchy about it, if it was going to be happy. Seems it was happy. So Craig was very thrilled with the power. He said it was very noticeable, and has since, or hence, I suppose, sold said 992 Cup and bought a 991.1 Cup, 991.1 Cup car, and a 991.2 Cup. And so we're getting him, he's going to put the parts from the 992 Cup on the 991.2 Cup. They're the same engine. They're the same engine close enough. The DGG in the 991.2 Cup will respond equivalently well to what he had on his 992 Cup car. And any of you guys who have Cup cars, please reach out. We can help you make your Cup cars faster. It's not something we talk about a lot, but luckily Porsche uses very similar engines between their street cars and their race cars. So same parts that work on street cars will work on your race car. And we're going to do our 997 intake package and tune and headers for his 991.1 Cup car, which some of you might not recognize that the 991.1 Cup car has a Metzger engine. Hence, there was always a little bit of question around what's Porsche doing with a different engine architecture in the 991.1 GT3, because typically the Cup car gets that first, and then the street cars get a Cup-derived engine. So the Cup cars got a Metzger engine, and the street cars got a non-race derived engine with hydraulic finger followers that had some issues. Pulling this full circle back to our friend Jacob. So, and kind of the whole side conversation here about needing DGG 4 liters. Hey man, I got a DGG here, bro. You need some? I got you some. Come on over here. I got you some. I can't pull that off, but I tried. Sorry. And here is some of the beautiful bubble action. So some of what we're trying to do to speed up time left for production is eliminating the need to purge them, unpurge them, moving them around, keep them, So we're going to keep this thing. This is a full argon environment. This whole bubble is full of argon. And some of what we've been doing is figuring out how to make this argon bubble both work in a production environment and how to ensure that we're keeping all of the ozone out that we keep the argon dumping in, that we can deal with the temperature inside, because the temperature builds very quickly. We've been learning a lot of very interesting things about titanium, which a lot of folks probably don't know when welding titanium inside of a bubble, and the heat plumes in the material and such. You know, we turn the lights off, we use, you know, cameras, et cetera, et cetera. It's very interesting. This is, was that Salty Drive-In?
Yeah.
Must have been. In the bubble. Kind of like tiny bubbles, but in the bubble. Yep. So a lot of science going on. We've got a strange one for you. We've got, I'm just going to share this. We've got some more stuff coming to help resolve this, but we've got some Loctite that is not Loctiting. This has been the silliest thing that we've been trying to troubleshoot here. So we've got some suspension parts that we're building. We like to Loctite the studs into the aluminum. And we've never had this problem, but both blue and red Loctite, both Loctite brand and Tacoma Screw brand, which is a local place, we're really struggling with it. And so we've got some primer coming on Monday to try. If any of you have any insight in this, I mean, I'm a chemie. I have some idea of why an anaerobic adhesive is not curing. It's not cross-linking. Typically means it's contaminated with either oxygen, which is keeping it liquid, or there are other things in the whole oil, the surface of the stainless steel, or the anodize. The anodize can prevent it, but it's the first that we've seen this happen, and we've been doing this on these for almost a year now. The same process, and for whatever reason right now it's not working. So we've got some other things coming. We're going to keep working on it. Just if anybody's got any ideas, I'm all ears. So we've had guys twist these things in and take them out and clean them off like 3 times this week. So all right, lightning round.
Oh, yep, that's it. I heard about that one.
I did not see that, Mr. Larry Beck. Sounds like his titanium exhaust was not made appropriately. If it was stock, then yeah, there's there is a lot to be said about. So titanium is not a great metal for an exhaust. It's not. We'll be the first to say that. Inconel is much better from a just pure what metal should you use for an exhaust kind of standpoint. Inconel is a pain in the ass to work with, much harder to deal with than titanium. If you support titanium correctly and you weld it in a contamination-free environment, it is pretty good as an exhaust.
Do you remember what grade you used for that?
It doesn't matter. So, yeah, there you go. So if it's aftermarket and it's got pie cuts, it's a piece of shit. And you can quote me on that. Jamie said, Simon's a piece of shit. There you go. I said it. No, Simon is not a piece of shit. Simon's awesome. Anything with pie cuts on it is a hunk of crap. And I'm happy to go find that, and I will stand by that. And if it was already blue, then that means all those welds were contaminated, and it was probably from China. Yeah, hella pie cut, hella blue. Yeah, hunk of shit. Straight off of Alibaba. May as well have gotten it directly from China himself. So, yeah, that's not a real exhaust. Has nothing to do with a real exhaust company and or real parts being made in an appropriate way. We don't pie cut anything. We won't pie cut anything. It's stupid. It's stupid. you're stressing a material over and over and over again. Anybody who welds anything should know better. And if they don't know better, you should question buying it from them because they should know better. If they're telling you, no, it's the best thing ever, maybe you should actually talk to the manufacturer of them, because it's obvious you don't actually manufacture what the hell you're talking about right now. So, looks in mirror, looks at titanium muffler. So yeah, the fact that somebody bought something silly and cheap, yeah, dropship, Valvetronic, Chinesium, you got it. Chitanium is what we call it. Chitanium. So yeah, when things are made in a shitty way and they're made the cheapest way, you can expect them to blow up. Sorry, there's a little doodad here. Weld, has. Yeah, actually the whole red is probably the has.
And then when you pie cut, you overlap the has.
Yeah, when you pie cut, you overlap the has.
So this will cause your embrittlement breaking.
And the has is where it gets the most brittle.
So there's your pie cut.
It's essentially making a perforated piece of paper over and over and over again. So every weld has an area that has, what does has stand for?
Heat affected zone.
The heat affected zone. And the heat affected zone will have different properties than the rest of the material.
Right there.
Correct. So where you see Justin's cursor there, the little mouse pointer, that would be the heat affected zone. So that's where you're striking an arc and the heat plume is reaching out that far. And actually on titanium, what we're finding is it's much wider than that.
Yep.
In actual heat affected zone. So
You're basically making sand molecules. The crystalline structure is smaller and larger.
yep, you're creating stress because the crystalline nature of a metal, you are shrinking it in areas and stretching it in areas and shrinking it in areas and stretching it in areas and creating a whole lot of issue. So yeah, seriously, Jack. And I can't tell you how many guys that are new to Porsches will just go straight to the cheapest exhaust, not knowing. And yeah, that's actually a good bet. What pops first? The new 991.1 GT3 X BMW guy that thought he got a bargain and didn't pay attention to anything, and then bought an exhaust from somebody that's trying to just make a buck and not actually help them out. I mean, we're trying to make a buck too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think everybody is at some level. But there's some honesty and integrity that should go with it. You should be able to sleep at night when you make a buck because you actually added value and you talked to people and helped them with their sickness of modifying cars. And it is a sickness. I can't even say I'm recovering. I'm not recovering. I'm still yeah, what's the razor company? I'm the president. How did Simon say it? I'm a customer and the president of this. Kind of butchering it. Sorry, y'all. I had a funny thing and I lost it. You know, all good. Embrace it. Seriously, Justin. Welcome, Justin. We got to send you some. We're gonna send you some filming gear and a mic, so that we can have our download on your full 992 Dundon Sauce Carrera S. So I'm very excited for that. Yeah, I'm the guy in rehab who's dealing with everybody else in rehab. but yet still drinking. Exactly. I'm not only the president, I'm a client. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tosh. All right, y'all. Yeah, there you go. That is what a titanium weld should look like. Silver and gorgeous and no blue. Blue means it's got oxygen. Jamie is trying to just. You should just put just. Simon, Jamie is just trying to make a buck. Ren list. Come on, man. If you're gonna troll me, you got to do it right. Justin, we'll reach out on Monday and get you some goodies. We'll get them back from Ted. We forgot to ask Ted to bring them down with him when he was at the shop this past week, but we can drop them in a box and have them here in a day. No problem. Then we'll get them on to you, and we can have another Whiskey Friday Academy, little interview. It'll be fantastic. We can talk about all the things that we did to your car. We can bring up some pictures. Be perfect because we are rolling that out hard and pushing it out. So it's like Simon every morning about 6:15 a.m. pushing it out. I got nothing else. We got anything else? I think we're good. Anybody got anything for me before we take off? I know we're running out of time to get to Coda, but I know Larry had a couple dates in mind. Hopefully those dates have not passed. Let's get those dates on the calendar, and at the very least, we'll see if we can't send Toshport down to be with Larry, Barry, and Matt. Feel like it's Belle Biv DeVoe, and yeah, I was trying to avoid that, but yeah. All right, one last story. So we have a customer. He's been a good customer over the years. He's had a lot of toys. He takes them to the racetrack. He's a high amateur driver. He can lay down a lap when he needs to. He bought a GT4 RS. He called us and he said, "Hey, so and so said I need such and such." I'm like, "Well, not sure that's entirely true. We've done a lot of work on this car, and it's not great stock. So we believe you need XYZ ABC." There you go. And he's like, "Okay, well, I haven't taken it to the track yet. It's bone stock. I want to get all that done before I do it." I don't think that's a good idea because, if you do all that, then you're going to call me and be like, "Hey, man, this car still sucks." Well, yeah, I said we're making it better, not we're making it perfect with half the things that we might prescribe. So I couldn't win that battle. He wanted to buy the parts and get them on the car. And then he's got a lot of people in his ear about, no, you need this alignment, you need that alignment, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's just a lot of cooks in the kitchen, as the saying goes. And he was at the track today. I think today was his first track day with the car. After we got it aligned. Even then, they didn't align it to 100% our specs. They didn't believe us, which is fine. That everybody has their own path, and I try not to have any ego about it. The calls, Ted answers, blah blah blah. I want to change my toe at the track. Tell me which way to twist this turnbuckle so that I can. And we're like, whoa. No. Let's not do that. Let's not change alignment settings at the racetrack when you don't even know which way to turn a turnbuckle, because a little bit goes a long way when you're changing toe. And we're trying to get half a millimeter. That's really, really itty bitty. It's very, very tiny. It's very tiny, 1 millimeter. It's a joke in there, but I'll leave that for around the campfire when I see Simon next. He took it out again. Ted gave him a little pro driver feedback and said, "You cannot drive a mid-engine GT4 RS the way you drive a older Cup car. That's not a good idea. Don't do that. You can't trail brake it the way that you do a 911. They don't respond well. Just don't drive it that way." And he went out again, and the car was better. He had a better time with it. So, and then I gave him some feedback, over text, and was like, "Hey, why don't we, instead of like trying to mess around with an alignment that at the racetrack, why don't we try some dials in a scientific way?" And it's difficult sometimes when people have a set of expectations that they put in their head, that when they've spent money on a thing, the expectation they have is that it's going to be exactly what they have in their head, but they have not had any basis of how it is without those things. That's why I always tell people, when you get a brand new car, you should probably enjoy its stock for at least a minute before you modify it. Exhaust might be the only thing that I would tell you, we have a very good sense of how the car is going to be with an exhaust on it. So you can absolutely put an exhaust on the car without any concerns. Getting good alignment on the car, again, no concerns. Now, if you've never driven a Cayman, for instance, you've been a 911 guy your whole life, then I'm going to be like, you need to go drive that car just as they delivered it. And then we can work on making it better, because it's going to have a lot of differences to a 911 than you're expecting. So we need to get all those expectations set and all of that new baseline put in, so that you would think, Larry, but driving at 30 miles an hour on the street is not driving at 90 miles an hour on the racetrack. But yeah, I generally agree with you, Larry. I agree with you. So it's been more of a, this is, you can learn a lot about a person's way of doing things, even when you try and, quote, lead them to water. They might not drink. And it's kind of important to ensure that you have a record of how you stepped them down the path. And you're like, okay, look, wait, let's go back 3 steps. Remember when I said that if you don't, who just break in at 30? Fair enough. Remember when I said you should probably experience this car before we do anything to it, so that your expectations are that the baseline is set? Because same thing, if you would have gone from, say, a base Cayman to a 992 GT3 RS, and he wanted the GT3 RS modified right out of the bat, I mean, that's great. The car's really good. It needs an alignment. Yeah, absolutely. Me too, Tosh. Me too. I am a firm advocate, and I tell this to the guys all the time. There's a reason we don't only sell $80,000 packages where you can only buy that, and you have to do everything. Thank you, Manti, for making that easy to like poke at you that way. We can sell you just a suspension arm, a single one. If you only want to do one side, I don't recommend that, and we'd probably try and talk you out of it. You could buy a single suspension arm from us if that's what you wanted. You could buy a pair. That is more recommended. You might even buy a few of the suspension arms that work together as a system to accomplish a goal. That's also okay. But you don't have to buy the suspension arms, the brakes, the brake pads, the brake lines. We don't sell brake lines. Brake lines are stupid. The aero, the power package, to just get anything. Nice. I just make them drink and then show them the website. Yeah. Rensport. Simon roofies his customers. Beware. So doing it a little bit at a time and enjoying the changes to this brand new fun car that you bought, because we do this for fun. This is a way for wealthy people to buy things and have nice things that they didn't have when they were children, or have more nice things when they were rich kids, or whatever the case might be. No judgment. Don't care. You know, you got dough, you want parts, we're here to help. Now, I think there's a nice way to dole it out in easy small hits, not one giant line at a time. You know, you might have yourself a heart attack. You might have, you know, a time of your life in Vegas. You never know what happened. Who knows? But yeah, doling it out, just nice little hits at a time. Not to use drugs as a analogy, but it's unfortunately apropos. So, yeah, I think this particular customer is going to end up just fine. We're going to help him both change his driving, which we can help with, and help him figure out how he makes that car fast. It is saving folks from themselves.
Necessary salt in the oats.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It's like, don't eat that. It's yucky. Don't do that. Most any other combination we're happy to help you with. There are things that work well together. There are things that don't. Yeah, Valkyrie wing without dampers or front arrow, we're happy with. Happy with that. No problem. It's better than stock. Probably only 2, 3, 4 degrees, and you'll figure out where the limit is. You start to run it at 8, you're going to do a wheelie. Probably not a great feeling, but you do you. Knock yourself out. You know, you call us and be like, hey, my car's understeering. What's your wing set at? 8. That's why. Don't do that. So, fair enough, brother. Well, you got a special GT3 build, my friend. So you did go balls deep with that, and you know I respect it. You also know what you're getting because you already drove ours, or at least saw the version that you're going to be building, or at least something akin to it. So, yeah. Anyway, this is a fun ride. It's a fun adventure, and I would behoove all of you to give us a call. We're happy to help. We're happy to give you our experience and the test data that we have. You know, I'm a driver, Ted's a driver, Charles is a driver. He doesn't drive on track anymore. He has a couple times. Most of us drive the cars, love the cars. We've got lots of customers that drive cars. We are not a cars and coffee company. We don't. I mean, half the time the car isn't even freaking clean. It did get washed recently, yesterday, so that's good. A car that understeers when you're a beginner by putting a splitter on it. No, you don't do that. No, we're not going to, nope, no, bad idea. Especially with a stock wing and no dampers. Nope, bad idea. Let me help you not crash your car. So, anyway, I got a little sneaky preview, Taj, of the beautiful color that Simon's painting his car. It's gonna be pretty. I'll send you a picture. I'm sure Simon will send you one here in a sec since I just broke that. Simon will send us some pictures to share at some point of his beautiful GT3 that he's building. And until then, and until next week, we'll drop our Halloween. Hopefully, we have 2 videos dropping next week, which would be dope. One on short form, one on long form. Yeah, I think that's probably possible next week. Your week next week's way more reasonable. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think next week we'll have that, and I'll make sure that Justin is adequately guarded. What's the right word am I looking for? Guarded, and like people stay the fuck away from him so he can actually get this movie across the line. So yeah, we got Black Friday coming up. Lots of fun projects, getting lots of things built, getting ready for Black Friday. We're excited to have all of our new suspension parts going. Justin, we will get you some goodies so that we can have a chat on film, which would be fantastic. And until next week, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining in. You all have a wonderful rest of your Friday night. Chastity belt for Justin, exactly. Well, I think that ship sailed, brother. I think that ship sailed. Talk to you guys soon. Good night.